In the parable of the loving father, it seems to me that this dad had lavished all of the affection and resources that any parent could. Each son was given a cherished place, you might say, in the important work of the family estate. Now, estate, that might be a bit lofty, but however you want to speak of the family home and property, the father was doing the best he knew, I'm sure. I remember as a boy going to New Albany, Mississippi during the summer to visit with grandmom and granddad. They called their farm the place, Papa and Grandma's place. It was home. So whatever it was in this story, each night the father probably prayed, as all parents do, that this liberal offering of these blessings would help these boys take on his best attributes and grow up to be people of generosity, stature, and grace. But one day, the younger of the two sons came to the dad with a hardened look on his face. Since the boy was apparently not yet married, he couldn't have been more than 17 years old, and with the cold frankness peculiar to many of us at that age, the boy said something probably like this: "Look, old man, I've been thinking it over, and this life isn't really what I had in mind. I'm tired of playing second fiddle. I want what's mine. The servants treat you with more respect than me. The checks, they all have your name printed at the top, and this house is decorated in a style really that's just definitely not me." "But son," the father would interrupt, you know that everything that I have is yours. I just want to be sure that you're ready to take it all on." Yeah, the son replied. "I've heard all that, but don't you see, I'm sick of waiting for it. I know that when you kick the bucket, I'm going to get half of all this stuff. So why don't you just give it to me now? Just give me my share of the estate. Give it to me right now." Wow. You know, no one in that culture could treat their father like that and get away with it. The entire fabric of Jewish society was held together by the ancient law of honor towards one's parents. Children were routinely disinherited for outbursts considerably tamer than that one. And to ask for one's inheritance at this boy's age was tantamount to saying, "Father, I wish you would just die, just croak right here in front of my eyes." Can you imagine the shock wave that blew through the crowd of listeners as Jesus told this parable? With the curse of his son's words still ringing in the air, the father gave his son everything for which he had asked. The scripture says, not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. Jesus' hearers would have thought that the wasteful one, the prodigal one, was any father who could allow a child to squander half the family's resources and publicly reject him like that. That's the kind of father that the people of Israel believed in, one that wouldn't let anybody get away with something like that. But Jesus knew and shows us a different father, a father who, when he had every justification for acting in judgment, prefers instead to simply wait in love and patience. Our prayer today is that God would give us such loving, waiting patience, not only for those closest to us, but to all of God's children. So blessings to you this day. Stay safe, stay well, and stay connected to God and to one another as you are able. Blessings.